You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Musharraf. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 22nd of June. One policeman, 4 militants killed in encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Pervez Musharraf resigns as All Pakistan Muslim League chairman. And Nepal-China vow to expand cooperation in various fields. And now for all the details. Security forces gunned down 4 militants in a gunfight in Anantnag district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Friday. One policeman also reportedly lost his life during the encounter.
At least 4 militants and a policeman were killed in an encounter in Anantnag district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Friday. A gunfire broke out in the wee hours of Friday after security personnel launched a search and cordon operation in Sri Gufwara subdivision of the district following intelligence inputs. 2 civilians were also reportedly injured during the encounter.
रात को encounter start हुआ था early hours of the morning. वहाँ 3-4 टेररिस्ट की मौजूदगी की खबर थी और उसमें अभी तक 3 बॉडीज़ दिख रही हैं, रिट्रीव कर रहे हैं उन बॉडीज़ को और एक पुलिसमैन भी रिपोर्टेडली मार्टियर हुआ है वहाँ.
India accuses Pakistan of training and arming militants and helping them infiltrate across the border to spread unrest in Kashmir Valley. Pakistan denies the allegations.
The ongoing flood situation caused by heavy monsoon in Hailakandi district of India's northern Assam province has improved as the water level is descending below the danger level. Heavy rains during the past week had destroyed houses and infrastructure, rendering many homeless.
As water level descends below danger level in Hailakandi district of India's northeastern Assam province, the flood situation which the district has been facing due to heavy monsoon seems to be improving. Heavy rains in last couple of days had destroyed houses and infrastructure, rendering many homeless. Around 23 people were reportedly killed and 1,500 villages were swamped in the past few weeks. The flood affected around 3 lakh people and disaster management teams had been deployed by the government to conduct relief operations.
हैलाकंडी में बाढ़ की स्थिति में काफ़ी परिवर्तन हुआ है, काफ़ी सुधार हुआ है. ये यहाँ के तीनों मेजर रिवर्स उसमें वाटर पानी जो है वो खतरे के निशान से काफ़ी नीचे जा चुका है और जिसकी वजह से हमारे जो 4 सर्कल्स है उसमें से 3 सर्कल में से ऑलमोस्ट इस टाइम पानी ख़त्म हो गया है, पानी नहीं है. वहाँ पर स्थिति धीरे धीरे नॉर्मल हो रही है. एक सर्कल में पानी बचा हुआ है, वो लो लाएंगे, वहाँ कुछ दिन पानी रहेगा.
The Brahmaputra river, which flows through the Himalayas, India and Bangladesh, had burst its banks, causing the damage. The northeast region of India is vulnerable to flood situations every year during monsoon.
In news from Pakistan, Pakistan's former president, retired General Pervez Musharraf, has resigned as chairman of All Pakistan Muslim League or APML. Senior party leader Dr. Mohammad Amjad said on Friday. Dr. Amjad said Musharraf has sent his resignation to the Election Commission of Pakistan. It was no longer possible for the former president to run the party from abroad. Earlier this week, the Election Commission rejected Musharraf's nomination papers for National Assembly after the Supreme Court withdrew its conditional approval for the former ruler to file nomination papers for the upcoming general elections. Dr. Amjad added that Musharraf has nominated him as the new chairman of APML. Musharraf, despite his resignation, will remain the supremo of APML. He founded the party in 2010. The retired general was barred from contesting the 2013 election due to cases registered against him. Moving on. Pashtun activists recently staged an anti-Pakistan protest in Brussels. They alleged that Pakistan security forces function along with militant groups and indiscriminately use force against innocent Pashtuns. The protesters appealed to the UN and the international community to impose sanctions on the Pakistan army.
An anti-Pakistan protest was held recently by activists of Pashtun Tahafuz Movement or PTM outside the office of European Commission in Belgium's Brussels city. The protesters appealed to the United Nations and the international community to impose sanctions on the Pakistan army, which they claim operates with impunity in northwestern Pakistan. Last month, several PTM activists were allegedly killed as Pakistani security forces attacked a peaceful rally in South Waziristan. The protesters also demanded an investigation into the attack and asked the international community to intervene. Pashtuns have long claimed that they have been targets of military operations, internal displacement, ethnic stereotyping and abductions by the Pakistani security forces. They allege that Pakistan army functions along with militant groups in the region and indiscriminately uses forces against innocent Pashtuns.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghanistan's defense ministry has said that attacks by Taliban have increased in at least 7 provinces. After a 3-day Eid ceasefire between Taliban and the Afghan government that ended last Sunday, reportedly 90 Afghan security force members have been killed by the terror group.
Afghanistan's Ministry of Defense said on Thursday that Taliban's attacks have increased after the 3-day ceasefire that ended on last Sunday after Eid al-Fitr. Ministry officials claimed that Taliban's offensives have increased in at least 7 provinces and reportedly 90 Afghan security force members have been killed in last 2 days. The attacks majorly happened in Badghis, Farah, Faryab and Kashmir provinces.
آنان نیروهای امنیتی خصوصا پلیس ملی آبکرمری آنچنان درس برش داد که فکر میکنم
معنای آتش بس ایست که ما اظهارات مکمل معربوی خود داریم و دشمن همیشه از نقطه نظر کشفی استخباراتی زیر نظر خود داریم.
On Sunday, President Ashraf Ghani ordered an extension of the ceasefire but said security forces must remain on the defensive. The unilateral ceasefire had earlier raised hopes for peace in the war-ravaged country.
In news from Nepal, Nepalese Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Thursday met his counterpart Li Keqiang during his 5-day official visit to Beijing. During delegation-level talks, both the leaders agreed to further boost bilateral cooperation between their countries in various sectors.
Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli held talks on Thursday in Beijing and agreed to enhance cooperation between their nations. The Chinese Premier said, since the establishment of diplomatic relations, the two countries have developed friendly, cooperative ties on the basis of principles of peaceful coexistence. Oli, who arrived in Beijing early this week for a 5-day official visit, said Nepal is also willing to enhance cooperation with China in ports, roads and railways. After the talks, the two leaders jointly witnessed the signing of documents concerning bilateral cooperation in the fields like politics, transport and infrastructure. Oli on Thursday also met China's top legislator Li Zhanshu to enhance ties and share governance experience. Oli's China visit comes after he visited India in April. He was expected to boost his nation's ties with neighboring India and China since he joined the office in February this year.
Around 42 couples from both Hindu and Muslim community got married under the same roof in a mass marriage ceremony organized in Aligarh city of India's Uttar Pradesh province on Thursday. The concept of group marriage is nowadays becoming widely popular in India as it reduces worries of monetary implications.
Around 42 couples from both Hindu and Muslim community died a nuptial note at a mass wedding ceremony in Aligarh city of India's Uttar Pradesh on Thursday. Out of the 42 couples, 4 were Muslim and the rest belonged to Hindu religion. The idea was to create a sense of communal harmony by bringing people together from the two communities. The couples also received household gifts after the event, which was organized by the provincial government.
सम्मेलन में आई हूँ शादी के लिए अच्छे सब मिला योगी साहब के लिए मैं धन्यवाद बोलना चाहती हूँ सब कुछ अच्छा है यहाँ
जहाँ यहाँ हिंदू विवाह हो रहे हैं वहीं मुस्लिम निकाह भी हो रहे हैं जो कौमी यकजहती का निशान है। हुकूमत की तरफ से बहुत बेहतरीन इंतजाम किया गया है। 4 जोड़ों के अभी निकाह हुए हैं यहाँ पर।
Mass weddings are increasingly becoming popular, especially among the economically weaker sections of the Indian society, as they reduce the financial burden on the couples and their families.
Locals in India's southern Coimbatore city witnessed the blooming of a rare medicinal flower on Thursday. Brahma Kamal is the much revered flower of the Himalayas in India, which blooms only once in a year and is considered as a herb in Tibetan medicine.
Rare medicinal flowers, Brahma Kamal of India, which bloom only once in a year, were seen to be blossoming in India's southern Coimbatore city on Thursday. Brahma Kamal is the much revered flower of the Himalayas that usually blooms in cooler environment or at the height of the monsoons in the city. The flowers have great medicinal value and are widely used in different spheres.
ஆனால் அது பூத்திருக்கும்போது அந்த வாசனை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப இதாக இருக்கும் மனசுக்கு. இது வந்து பிரம்மர் தொப்புள் கொடியிலிருந்து வர பூ மாதிரியே இருக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதனால தான் அதுக்கு பேர் பிரம்மகமலம்.
The sacred flower, which is native to the Himalayas, India's northern Uttarakhand province, northern Burma and southwest China, has an exquisite fragrance. It is considered as a herb in Tibetan medicine and is used to cure urogenital disorders.
A contemporary art exhibition aiming to connect the people of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province with artists from across the world is underway in Srinagar city. The exhibition will conclude on June 24.
The 9th edition of a unique contemporary art exhibition is underway in Srinagar city of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. The 8-day mega event in which 60 Kashmiri artists from all over the world have come together for the first time has been curated by eminent artists Veer Mushi and Sahid Mustafa Rijvi. The colorful paintings at the exhibition depict the creativity that the artists in Kashmir possess and the expressions they use to describe their homeland Kashmir.
We saw a lot of things. बहुत सारी बहुत amazing paintings हैं यहाँ जो बहुत ही जो है national international artists की जो है बनाई हुई है. तो this is something amazing and everybody should come here and see. क्योंकि ऐसी चीज़ें रोज़ होती नहीं obviously.
And I think it's a very different thing, the different initiative, different idea that has been put under one shelf that is 101 year old. आप इसका architecture देख सकते हैं. It's very antique, very different, and then they've not added anything to it. इसका basic structure लिया हुआ है and then different paintings have been displayed.
The main aim of the art show is to connect Kashmiri public with the multi-talented art professionals who form the developing Kashmiri contemporary art community from within Kashmir and abroad. The exhibition will continue till June 24th.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. One policeman, 4 militants killed in encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Pervez Musharraf resigns as All Pakistan Muslim League chairman. And Nepal-China vow to expand cooperation in various fields. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
You're watching TAG TV.